Hart, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited because we are doing the last workout in our postnatal recovery program. This workout is going to target the whole body with an upper, lower and floor section. Similar to the workouts that we did on Monday and Wednesday, we're going to incorporate some of the moves that we did in weeks 1 through 3, also including some more advanced moves and moves that we're going to transition into our beginner program. This workout does require the use of a chair just for one of the lower body moves, so make sure you've got your water, grab that space, and in 5 seconds we're going to get started with some double side taps. So 3, 2, 1. So each section is going to have 4 moves. We're going to have 4 moves in our warm-up, upper, lower and floor, and we're going to repeat that circuit twice through for each of the 4 sections. Keep everything engaged. 2, 1 into some marches, and then wide marches. Narrow marches, wide marches.
Love the way we are together. I think we always stay this way. And I wanna build my whole world with you and me.
5 more seconds, and then we're going into some squats. 1, squat down, and up. Into some modified ski jacks. So we're going to raise arms up, out to the side, down, out to the side.
I'm burning up inside, but I can feel no pain. I won't try to stop her. She can't be tamed. I'm so in love with her. I fall and try again.
So there's slightly, so it's almost like a slight side lunge. This one we're not going to have 30 seconds rest between the next set, so straight back into those double side taps. Try and reach down. Into those marches, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring your legs up high for the short ones.
She's a roller coaster. Oh, she's so flame. I'm burning up inside, but I can feel no pain. I won't try to stop her. She can't be tamed. I'm so in love with her. I fall and try again.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then into our squats. Rhythm was hard for that one, so well done if you managed to keep up. Remember, really push your glutes back. Hip hinges are really key for the squat move.
Yeah, I'm restless, so give me something to do.
And then into those modified ski jacks in 3, 2, 1. So come out, back in centre. This time try and add slightly more of a swing and a little bit of a bend at the knee.
I'll be the center of attention like I was some kind of astronaut. Cause I'm shooting for the moon tonight and I got a feeling I'm gonna crash some stupid party. Tear the ceiling down in front of everybody.
And rest. So grab your water. If you need your water, we're going to start off with our upper body section next. So we're going to do some single door pulls, then we're going to do some front punches, some chest presses, and then lastly a Y raise. So we've got about 10 seconds left. Have a little tap just to keep your energy flowing. And 3, 2, 1, arms in place, single door pull. So try and add tension in your arms as you're pulling your arm back, not your leg. But remember, we are not elevating those shoulders, we're trying to keep them nice and flat and depressed.
All night I don't need to stop, yeah, I can't wait to hit that bass drop.
Come into our front punch, so stagger your legs this time, adds a slight bit more of a challenge to the move. In 15 seconds, we are going to switch so the other leg is forward, and switch.
I was some kind of astronaut, concentrated for the moon tonight, and I got a feeling I'm gonna crash some stupid party, tear the ceiling down in front of everybody.
Into our chest press.
Pouring up a drink, I'm calling shot.
So imagine you're using one of the press machines maybe you've seen in the gym, or if not, imagine that you're trying to squeeze together your elbows, so you'll bring your elbows together.
From the chandeliers, I won't be sorry.
Again, we're not raising the shoulders. Contract that core as you come in. So exhale as you bring your arms together. Coming into our Y raise, so slightly modified. So we're not going to bend over as much, but we are going to raise our arms up and down. Because we're not bent over as much, we're trying to just keep that spine nice and neutral. You don't probably need to go as far up into your Ys. The next time we are going to try a little bit more advanced. So just from the side angle. 2, 1, 30 seconds rest, adjust what you need, i.e. the even mat. Grab water if you need water, and then tap it out for the next 15 seconds. And then we're going to do that circuit again. So remember, it's a single door pull, followed by our front punches. Then we're going to do our chest press, and then lastly the Y raise. So for your single door pull, to increase the intensity, really create tension in your arms. And off we go.
So give me your all. I'll take it.
So you should feel your muscles contracting as you're pulling back.
So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh.
Exhale as you bring the arms back. Three, 2, 1, front punch.
I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in heaven.
Switch legs.
You wait to see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind.
Into our chest press. 3, 2, 1.
I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind.
So really squeeze together. If you are breastfeeding and maybe your boobs are a bit sore still, then reduce the range of motion that you are doing. So we're not trying to hurt ourselves in the process of recovery.
Just watch me.
Okay, coming in for the Y raise. So I'm going to turn to the side for this. 2, 1. So slight more of a bend. We're trying to keep that spine nice and neutral as we raise our arms up. So you may find that your arms don't go all the way up, because if they do, you'll probably end up arching your back.
Just watch me.
And rest. Now this is the part where we need the chair, so adjust your area as you need. Grab your chair, because we're going to need the chair for this section. And we're going to be doing some assisted reverse lunges. So this is the first time that we've progressed from a split squat. What we're going to start off with is some kneeling squats, squat halves, squat half raises, then into some wide squats and then the assisted reverse lunge. So if you come down onto the floor in 3, 2, 1. So we're going to lower down and raise up. If you imagine that you're almost picking up your baby from the changing mat, or you're just having a bit of playtime with them, so you might be bringing them up in front of you.
I don't wanna stay here, no.
If this is too much of a challenge, bring your legs down, hold it for a bit, raise up slowly. You can even use this chair for added resistance. Okay, coming up into our squat half raise. So we squat, raise halfway, down and up. Squat down, halfway up, down, raise up.
You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause
Try and keep that spine nice and neutral so we're not arching the back.
and when we
And then into our wide squat, so widen that stance.
holding great, we'll look back at
This is your sumo squat.
the summer night.
Nice and controlled movements.
Roaming in the wilderness, we'll never need a plan. We'll be alright, just you and I. Singing from the top of our lungs, dancing by the lakeside. Gonna do what we.
Okay, we're going to turn to face our chair in 3, 2, 1. And we're going to do our assisted reverse lunge. So hold onto the chair, step back into your lunge, step forward, change legs.
Regret.
So we're not trying to get loads and loads of reps in to start off with.
I wanna try.
This may feel quite scary if this is the first time doing it, particularly like I normally say, you've had a C-section or you've had traumatic birth experience. So, have 30 seconds rest, adjust whatever you need to adjust, grab that water, and then back to tapping it out. So we're going to redo that circuit. So we'll come down for the kneeling squat, up for the squat half raise, into the wide / sumo squat, and then into our assisted reverse lunge. So, lowering down, 3, 2, 1. So kneeling squat. If you also find it quite challenging, you can tuck your toes under, so it's less of a range of motion that you're trying to create. But we will be cooling down our ankles at the end of this. So we're going to come up in 3, 2, 1. So use the chair if you need to. Into our squat, half raise, down and up. Wide squats.
But I gotta try. The only reason I keep sneaking out at night to laugh with you in secret. I'm surprised you never had the guts to feel
Elevate that chest.
how I feel about you. Wish me the best.
And then we're going to turn to face the sides and resisted reverse lunge in 3, 2, 1.
Best of luck coming to get you. Wish me the best of luck.
If you feel more confident, which you might not if this is your first time, as you get up, you can go straight to the standing point. So cut out the raise and step.
No, I've realized that I can't live without you. All my friends reassure that it's obvious, and that maybe I'm wasting my time, but I gotta try.
Okay, so we're going to go into the floor section now. So meet me down on the floor. So thank you for joining me on the floor. What we're going to do is 2 supine exercises, and we're going to do those back to back, so our full moves supine. Then we're going to have 30 seconds rest, and then do our moves in our quadruped position. So we're going to roll down onto our back to start off with, We're going to start with some bridge to heel rises, or heel raises, and then we'll be doing some leg extensions. So bridge up, down, heel raise, heel raise. Eventually, we'll be looking at doing our heel raises combined with the bridges. Into our leg extensions. So for this one, try and hold them a little bit higher than we were in our last workout.
Wishing you would kiss me under city lights. I know you feel.
Remember though to keep those hip bones pointing towards the ceiling, the bony points.
Wish me the best of luck. I'm gonna win your love. Coming to get you, dying to feel your touch. Wish me the best of luck. Coming to get you.
Back into your bridge. Heel raise.
Coming to get you. Coming to get you.
So as you raise into the bridge, lower your feet flat. Heel raise, point them up.
To get
Into your leg extensions.
I was looking like a fool when I met ya, all covered up in the dirt from my past. So insecure by myself when I met ya. Won't you give me any warning? I've been thinking about you day and night and day and night, to be honest.
Okay, roll onto your side. We're going to go into quadruped. Now this is the first time we're going to attempt a bird dog, so this is going to be a slightly more of a challenge. We did the leg and arm extensions earlier on in the week, so we're just going to try and see if we can raise our arm and leg at the same time. It's not going to be a full bird dog, and then we're going to do some leg kickbacks. Okay, so we've got about 5 seconds to try and create a nice stable support, and off we go. So just try and raise an arm and a leg at the same time. When I mean raise, you can kind of see that I am still quite low to the ground.
At last, you made me fall without.
But I can feel my core working on this one, so be really sure that you're keeping safe. If it's too much, do alternating arm and leg.
I've been thinking about you day and night and day.
Into those leg kickbacks in 3, 2, 1. So similar to the bird dog idea, we're still not really doing like huge kickbacks or high kickbacks.
I'm a mess, need to untangle.
And try as much as you can. You'll have a little bit of movement, but try not to like rotate your leg as you are coming up. So 3, 2, 1, back into the bird dogs. You might feel a bit more stronger this time. If you feel a bit more stable, you can always hover higher.
I know it isn't logical. That's something that you do to me.
And then into those leg extensions.
It isn't logical. Something that you do to me. I'm the one with a broken heart, waiting for you to come out and save me. I'm a mess, need to untangle, and I'm a fool for you, baby. Fool for you, baby. Waiting for you to come out and save me. Fool for you.
Really good. 5 more seconds. Okay, perfect. So we're going to start off with some cat cows. For our cool down.
Told you I think that we made a mistake, 'cause you and I, we lost us.
Into a wider stretch. Just starting our frog stretch. If you can, move it back as far as you can. If you're still feeling like that's too much tension, obviously keep it in line with where you were for the cat-cow. Okay, we're going to walk it in. We're going to do a hip flexor stretch. So up, hips in view.
Imagine what would happen if we did it right.
And then switch legs. So come down nice and slowly. Remember, don't let that pelvis tilt too much. Keep it nice and neutral. Then lower down nice and slowly. We're going to do a couple of different moves. So what I want you to do is just cross your legs for a second. We're just going to roll our wrists. Your wrists get an awful lot of tension put on them from having a baby. And by this I mean you may have had carpal tunnel syndrome prenatally. You may have unfortunately got de Quervain's tendinosynovitis, which is a pain going down the thumb side of your hand. Very painful, feels like your wrists are popping out. And so you just want to try and loosen them up as much as you can. You want to prevent pressure too much. And also reverse, carrying a baby all the time, you're carrying them in a compromised position, so your hand isn't in its natural format. So loosen them, nice and round circles, all the way around.
Why can't we just be honest? Do we do it right? You know, no.
Couple more times. So we'll be doing a video in the future at some point about exercises that can help you if you have certain problems, complications during the pregnancy, and what you can do to avoid, or what you need to avoid if you have like low back pain, sciatica, etc. Now we're going to do the ankles. Now the ankles for me are very important. So we're going to start with some good toes, naughty toes idea. So point those toes, and then we're going to raise them. Good toes, naughty toes refers to our ballet lessons if you were a little kid and had ballet lessons. So the reason why we're going to do ankles is because when you are sitting, kneeling over to change your baby, which I often do, rather than sitting properly, it can actually cause a lot of strain. You can get quite tight ankles, painful ankles. So if we can loosen them up when we're exercising, because you might forget when you actually got your baby with you, and roll them the other way, so we're creating nice little circles with our ankles. And what I want you to do is to raise one over your other leg, and then you're actually going to move it for yourself. So you're going to rotate that ankle. If you need to, hold the ankle in place, and I'll show you from the other side. I've gone dominant side straight away, and switch over. As you can see, I'm just manipulating my ankle ever so slightly. I'm not putting lots of pressure on it, but I'm just allowing it to loosen up. And just pause that. So thank you so much, and well done for finishing week 4 of the postnatal recovery program. If you now feel physically and mentally prepared for a beginner program, please make sure that you do join me next week for Monday, Wednesday and Friday. We will have beginner-based workouts for you. These beginner workouts will start out with no equipment, then progressing into the use of some light workout equipment such as resistance bands before we start progressing anywhere further. We are still in the foundational elements of our recovery. Even though we've done the recovery-based program, the beginner-based workouts to start off with are going to use a lot of the elements from the recovery program, but we're just trying to build up that whole encompassing range of motion. If you don't feel quite ready, and that is completely fine, please just redo any of the recovery workouts, even if you need to go back to week 1. It is much better for yourself, physically and mentally, to make sure that you are recovering at the rate that is suitable for you. So like I always say, please make sure that you do like this video if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will be seeing you in our beginner program on Monday. Bye for now.